So in today's class, what we'll do is we'll be learning about kind of operator that is basically the bitwise operator. Okay, so what exactly bitwise operators are? Okay, so let us try to understand. By the name itself, if we go by the bitwise operator, we can see that the bitwise operators are those operators which performs operation in bitwise level. Okay, which performs operation in bitwise level. So let us try to understand what exactly bitwise level means. Okay, so whenever we perform operations in binary level, okay, we call that operation to be as bitwise level. Okay, so for example, if you are dealing with the binary digits, let's say 1010, okay, 11, okay, so this kind of binary digits. Okay, if you are dealing with this kind of binary digits, we generally say it as that we are performing operation in bitwise level, because each and every single binary digit, okay, each and every single binary digit is known as a single bit, is to be known as a single bit. Okay, so since the operation is done in individual bit, we call this operator to be as bitwise operator. So if we go, then we can see that bitwise operator can be classified as follows: and not sorry and or yes, and exclusive or, as well as this bitwise not is also there, which we have already understood in the last class, which comes under the category of unary operator. But yes, apart from that, these are the different the three types of binary operator which performs the operation in bitwise level. Okay, so yes, we have this and, okay, this is the and, then we have this or, this is or, and we have the XOR, okay, which is this, okay, the exponential symbol that you use generally to perform the calculations. Okay, as I said, we can classify it into three types: and, or, and not. Okay, let us try to understand this practically. So for example, I have a value a is equal to 5, okay, b is equal to 6, a is equal to 5, and b is equal to 6. So if I want to perform bitwise and, okay, if I want to perform bitwise and, so how exactly it is being performed? I hope you remember that in the last class I have discussed about the truth and, okay, like how and logic works. Okay, it is similar, somebody said that it is similar to multiplication. Yes, exactly, and is similar to multiplication, where both the values whenever we are passing the values needs to be true. So if both the values are true, then only the output will be considered to be as true, else it will be considered to be as false. Okay, so in case if you have not attended the class, please go through this table. Okay, so this is what exactly AND logic looks like. Just consider it in AND. Okay, you want to see or not or something else, this AND. Okay, so if both the values are true, then only it will be considered to be as true. If either one of them is false, it will be considered to be as false. Okay, so this is what exactly AND logic is. Okay, so we need to have we need to have both the values to be as true in order to consider the values, or we need to consider the output to be as true. Okay, so yes, so if you go by the AND operation, here you can see that bitwise AND. Please try to understand, we are not performing logical AND operation, we are performing bitwise AND. Okay, so yes, here we have a equal to 5 and b equal to 6. Here we have two values. Okay, so the moment we perform bitwise and, you can see that in result what we get. Let's say I'm assigning a variable c, and I'm performing bitwise and between these two operations. Okay, between these two variables. Now let's print the value c. Moment we execute the code, we get the output to be as 4. So why is it so? Why we are getting 4? If you're performing A and B, if you're performing A and B, why we are getting the output to be as 4? Let us try to understand. So if we convert 5, if we convert 5, okay, to binary digit, if we convert 5 to binary digit, you can understand that. Let us go to a decimal to binary converter. Yes. Okay, so here we have decimal 5 and we want to convert it to binary. So in binary we get 101. So 101 is basically the conversion of 5 in binary. So 5 is in decimal, and if you convert 5, then in that case we get the 5 to be converted as 101. So yes, 101 is basically for 5. And if we convert 6 to binary, you can see that if we convert 6 to binary, we get 110. We get 110. Okay, we get 110. Okay, as per AND operation, please try to understand, as per AND operation, both the values need to be true, both the values needs to be true. So in this case the value is true, and in this case the value is false. So ultimately what we are going to get here if we perform AND operation, is there anyone who can answer this? This is true and this is false, so ultimately what we are going to get here?
False.
Very good.
False.
Yes,
False.
exactly, we are going to get 0. So for this case we are also going to get
0.
very good, and for this
0.
case we are going to get
Sir, 1.
very good.
True.
So yes, ultimately we are going to get 100 as the output. We are going to get 100 as the output. So if we perform the vice versa operation like binary to decimal, okay, binary to decimal, and here we input the binary number 100, and if we convert, we can say that the 100 gets converted to 4. It means that whenever we are performing bitwise operation between 5 and 6 with the help of AND operation, we will get the output to be as 4. Why we are getting the output to be as 4? Because after converting this with the help of AND logic, the output that we receive is 100, and 100 is basically the conversion of decimal 4. Okay, so this was all about bitwise AND. So similarly we'll be understanding the logic of bitwise OR. So how exactly bitwise OR goes and how the operation of bitwise OR exactly works. Okay, so yes, we have the OR truth table. So in OR you can see that here we generally perform the addition. Okay, generally addition means don't plus it. Simply you can say that either of the values needs to be true. If it is true, the output will be considered to be as true. Here you can see 0 1. For 0 and 1 we are getting 1, 1 and 0 also we are getting 1, 1 1 obviously we are getting 1, and for 0 0 we are getting 0. If and only if the values, both the values are 0, then only we'll be getting the output to be as 0. Else for every case it will be considered to be as true. Okay, so in OR logic, if either of the input is true, if either of the supplied input is true, the ultimate output will be received to be as true. The ultimate output will be received to be as true. If either one of the yes, if both the inputs are to be false, in that case the output will be false, and if both the inputs are true, then obviously we'll be getting it as true. Okay, so how it works, let us try to understand. In order to perform the OR operation between these two values, what we'll do is we'll be using the bar symbol. Okay, we'll be using the bar symbol, and yes, the moment we execute the code, we get the value to be as 7. So why do we receive the value to be as 7? Let us try to understand. We know that for yes, for 5 it is 101, and for 6 it is 100. Let us erase this so that we can understand. So as I say, both the operation, either of the operation needs to be true. Okay, then the ultimate output will be considered to be as true. So for 1 and 0 we are going to get the output to be as 1. For 0 and 1, once again we are going to get the output to be as 1. For 1 and 1 we are going to get the output to be as 1. So yes, the ultimate output is 1 1 1 1 1. So if we convert 111 to 111 to decimal, we get the answer to be as 7. So this is the reason why you're getting the output to be as 7 if you're performing OR operation. If you're performing OR operation, let us move on to the next concept, that is exclusive OR. So what exactly exclusive OR is? Okay, let us try to understand. See, the concept of exclusive OR is little bit different. Okay, so whenever we talk about exclusive OR, we can understand the concept of exclusive OR as follows. Okay, so yes, we use this symbol to perform the exclusive OR operation. So if we have, let's say, a binary value, or if we have a value which is true and one is false, then definitely it will be considered to be as true. And if both the values are true, it will be considered to be as false. That means it is exclusive to the concept of OR. It is exclusive to the concept of OR. In general, whenever we understand the concept of OR, we understand it in such a way that, please try to understand this, that either one of the concept or either one of the value needs to be true, then it will be considered to be as true. Okay, either one of the considered needs to be true, either one of the input needs to be true, it will be, the ultimate output will be considered to be as true. But what if both the inputs are true? If both the inputs are true, it will be considered to be as false. Okay, so yes, if both the inputs are true, it will be considered to be as false. That's why we call it as exclusive OR. यानी कि जो हमारे पास ट्रेडिशनल OR था उसके अलावा थोड़ा सा ये अलग है, तो that's why we consider this concept to be as exclusive OR. ठीक है, exclusive OR इसलिए क्योंकि यहाँ पर दोनों अगर ट्रू हो जाते हैं तो हमें क्या देखने को मिलता है, फॉल्स देखने को मिलता है, बाकी नहीं तो बाकी के वैल्यू सेम ही है. दोनों में से कोई अगर ट्रू होगा तो अल्टीमेट आउटपुट विल बी कंसीडर्ड टू बी एज ट्रू. ओके, सो लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. So if we perform exclusive OR between 5 and 6, we will be definitely using this symbol. Okay, and yes, the moment we execute the code, we get the value to be as 3. So why we get the value to be as 3? Let us try to understand. Okay, yes, there will be a single change that for 1 and 1 we are going to get 0. Okay, so the ultimate output will be 0 1 1, because we know that for 1 0 we are going to get 1. Once again, for 1 0 we are going to get 1, but for 1 and 1 we are going to get as 0. We are going to go get it as 0. So yes, if we convert 0 1 1 to decimal, get the value to be as 3. Okay, so this was the concept of exclusive OR. If you have any query, you can ask. Students, if you have any query from the bitwise operator, you can ask. If there is any query from the bitwise operator, you can ask. From the next class, I will be moving on to the next operators. So this was all about bitwise operator.